Hello everyone, welcome back to the Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, I am back from vacation. Thank you so much for all the support in the past couple videos and channel as a whole. I truly do appreciate it. Let's get right into this game. Today we have Minecraft programmer, aka Beasty, playing as the Holy Roman Empire in the red, rocking the golden sailboat. That prelate is spreading all of God's goodwill and making so much of that extra wood. That is because we are on a water map, and across the way we have Hakuna Matata, aka coRe, playing as the English in the orange, with also the sailboat, also using a lot of that straggler trees so they can get up their early fishing eco. Now this map is definitely quite interesting, the 4 lakes kind of aspect. We don't see it too often. I think it's banned a lot by both players, but it can lead to some interesting strategies. Now with this extra food eco and kind of safe, it can really make it so that the rest of the game can kind of start pumping out. Remember, these deep water fish, there's 4 of them per pond, so that's an extra 4,000 food, technically 8,000 food if you get both ponds. We do see that's just a scout. I thought it was a villager for a hot second. But this, I will say as well, it is too early in this patch, only 7 days of data, to actually have meaningful results after the patch that kind of dropped. So I'm not going to bring up the stats for you today, but I will say, please, if you do enjoy the commentaries and you are enjoying the casting, please do like and subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. The subscriber count, we are only 34 subscribers away from 1,000. That is so close. Would really appreciate you helping me out there. And on top of that, if you are a new player or if you know anyone new that wants to get into Age of Empires 4, I just dropped the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. I think it came out 2 days ago when I'm dropping this video, so go check that out as well. And a big shout out to my Discord. Please go join that if you enjoy that and want to just hang out, chat about AoE, ask me questions, whatever you want to do there. Now, all of those pointless shoutouts out of the bat, I also utilize this time because you just kind of ramble on. EGC TV did a great tournament this weekend as well. I will not release any spoilers because I know a lot of people catch up throughout the week, so would highly recommend at least checking out the VODs. The matches were absolutely insane. Now, we still have nothing really out of the ordinary. We have coRe finally going for some gold, so we'll eventually be the old age up. The same side for Beasty, not really looking to do anything too crazy. Hasn't even started on the gold just until right now. It's almost picture perfect. These pros are just so good at just making it all the best. And I forgot to quickly shout out both players. Beasty will leave his links in descriptions. You know him. He will always be the same. We'll always give him the greatest shoutouts ever. Such an incredible player. Across the way, coRe, the best DJ in the game, would highly recommend checking out his stream. The vibes are immaculate and would highly recommend going checking those out. Now, I mean, we can kind of just wait. We do see, I thought it was a villager again. I'm getting excited every time I see something pop over here, and it's just unfortunately, just a normal scout. They can't really do much besides collect some sheep, kind of hang out, do the usual. Let's check out the spawn, shall we? We got a forward tree line over here that could be proving to be very annoying for Beasty. Of course, the English longbowman can attack quite easily from over here and here. This town center only doesn't have the range to actually cover them from the English longbowmen. So this actually could prove to be super annoying. And the closest one is over here as well, which is not within range either. So Beasty, and on top of that, this gold is in absolute Narnia. That is like 17 blocks away over here. So Beasty spawn, not looking too great. I will say coRe has the more ideal spawn in this situation, because then of course, when you have this kind of thing, you can get if you make them walk a little bit farther, longbowmen get out of position, then you have horsemen that can kind of get on top of them. So it's a little more optimal to have things in the back of your base and at least somewhat covered by your TC. Now, wait a minute. We have a council hall dropping it behind that forward tree line. Now, as I mentioned, how unfortunate this is, and we have a minework palace. Oh, this is about to be an absolute spicy game. Hope you guys stick around and made it this long, because this one is going to be good. It could be fast, though. I'm not going to lie to you. It could be a little bit of a quicker game because, of course, this is a very big investment. This one little sheep, though, not collected. What happened to you? Did you not say anything to anyone? Oh, it's an absolute shame. BC moving over to get even more of his... oh, does kill a little sheep. A little cheeky play there from BC. Does get his other dock up. It's going to be collecting even more free fish. Now, Beasty, his scout is over yonder checking out. He does see that there's no landmark coming out for coRe's, so he must know something's up. He's going to check this out, and he's like, well, they wouldn't put the council hall back here. Doesn't really make sense. It's producing units. It should be over here, at least over here in theory, but it is not. So I wouldn't be surprised if Beasty's like, well, there's something going on. I will figure it out eventually. I don't think he realizes that coRe has the audacity to drop it on his forward wood line, but we'll have to wait and see when he realizes that. Minework Palace, though, absolutely chilling. They did get some buffs, so we'll have to wait and see if that plays a role. They did, and it looks like what are we gonna be seeing first out the rip? We have so many of these technologies. Look at how cheap they are. It's insane the value you might get. And oh, look at that little cheeky outpost and a wood line. He's gonna be chopping into his own wood line, probably to get those inevitable rams and longbowmen out even faster. We have a barracks coming out for BC, which means we're gonna be seeing those early men-at-arms causing absolute havoc on the map. Now the first archers will be popping out. The council hall is down, and there it is. So now Beasty will be aware momentarily. I will say this unfortunate little, they don't see it just because of these 3 trees over here. That is on the absolute edge, the edge of glory right now. But if BC saw it, he would be pulling these right now to kill off this. And now he knows shenanigans are afoot. I will say he just knows at this point now that he's fully aware of what's going on, and of course his scout comes in and goes, what on earth is going on? He's actually going to lose his scout, which is going to be huge. That's a lot of free, safe food is going to be gone away. That's actually a massive pickup. I will say it would be a lot more massive if there wasn't pretty much unlimited food over here. So I kind of overexcited that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal because he has free fish for days, as there's only one person on the sheep at the current moment. Now, as I mentioned before, this is very unfortunate because Beasty really doesn't have any good wood lines. He could go over here as well, which is what he's trying to do, but that's still pretty exposed, and these archers are going to see it over here. So there's not really any good spot for him to go. Looks like coRe's going to be looking to collect some free villagers. No tower was put down from Beasty. And HRE, it is so devastating to lose any of your villagers early on. It is brutal. The only saving grace, though, is this water, so it might be able to keep him in this from the shenanigans. I know everyone that's playing the English has probably dealt with this kind of nonsense before. Oh, we're gonna have, oh, baby. We have a little surround going in for the butter knives. The butter knives are making their moves. Looks like they're carrying their logs as well up and over, and they get a nice surround. A slow death for these archers. Incredibly unfortunate. Death by 1,000 cuts is coming in. Oh, just leaves one behind. Is actually going to not lose one villager. Only lost 4 in that entire exchange. So not bad at all for Beasty. But this position is doing very, very well. coRe is probably waiting for this Steeled Arrow +1 to come in to play, because these men-at-arms do have that +1 ranged armor. So they are pretty tanky at the current moment. But once that +1 comes in, the archers will begin to shred these again. And having these 5 villagers over here is actually playing a major role. They're taking down as the archers kite away, which is not usually the case. And this is making it very, very easy to take down these very expensive men-at-arms for relatively cheap and fastly produced archers. Remember, this thing is like producing, essentially like having 3 ranged buildings. Don't know why I didn't know what an archer range was called, but here we are. We do see that BC is picking up a cheeky little gold vein over here. Continue to collect waterline fish as well. Now coRe is going to be moving in on this wood line yet again. Another barracks is going to be canceled. This is going to be so annoying. Maybe BC can take these off over here and start collecting from one over here. That might be his best strategy at this point, because his entire base is just being completely raided by these archers. He might lose one more. No, does get it in there just in time. Lickety Split is going to be losing an archer as well, because these town centers have absolute machine guns up top. We have more and more archers coming out. We have another archery range going down. coRe's looking to all in at this point, and he's in a very, very good spot to be doing it. Another villager is going to be going down. That's up to 5, and this long ship is not for this world. There it goes down. coRe can just camp there if he so inclines and cause a lot of hassle. There's not another dock over here for Beasty, so this dock is completely shut down when these archers stay over here. But coRe smartly moves out to try to attack this gold vein back here, and this cluster over here would be incredibly important. If coRe can snipe a few prelates as well, that would be very, very ideal. Now, even more are running, but that +1 is in the books, and we actually are getting a +1 fitted leatherwork, aka melee armor. That's actually very smart from coRe. You don't usually see it too often, but knows that Beast is going to have to go for pure horsemen and men-at-arms. Right now it has men-at-arms, but will probably transition to horsemen eventually, especially with the minework upgrades that you can get for those steel bearings. Make them incredibly tanky and so good into the English specifically. coRe has 11 archers on the way, so many in the old queue. Actually could probably put down 2 or 3 more of these archer ranges up front, because he can just constantly produce at will at this point. We do have BC going over here, smartly of course going over and then collecting wood from all of these faraway places. coRe has not scoured this at all yet, so this actually could make a way for BC to get back into this. But I mean, it's going to be, coRe's going to have to start making some rams, so we're going to have to wait to see if the technology comes into play. There it is. It's almost like it's clockwork. The second there was an opening in that blacksmith, we knew it was going to be coming out. We have 4 men-at-arms on the map, and there are the inevitable horsemen. We have galleys coming in as well, which I believe Beasty, where's this galley coming in from? Where art thou, galley? It's over here, protecting this coast over here to make sure that coRe doesn't drop any forward docks. Get cheeky in any way. Oh no, these villagers, luckily though for BC, it's not a big enough mass of archers for some reason, just a few short to one-shot the villagers. That would be absolutely devastating. And now coRe can just take out this guy over here, but can deal quite a bit of damage. We do see some more archers coming into play, causing so much noise and so much idle time. We can just see, look at how few resources are coming in, because these villagers are running around, ring around the rosy style all day long. Now coRe is looking like he's preparing for a complete all-in, which I mean I absolutely respect at this point. BC is an incredible player, so when you have him on the ropes, you got to go all in and really send it, really commit. We see a little bit of maybe some men-at-arms or some spearmen as well. Spearmen would be very, very nice into these horsemen and provide a little bit of a front line. Its spearmen is the selection from coRe. I think that is the right choice, and we can see a few more archer ranges on the way. There's that one ram. Probably want to make another ram back here. Don't want to make it up here if he makes it, I was going to say, because it might be in range of this town center, which will actually lose him a lot of archers. We have a few getting picked off right now. One for the good. Luckily now it's focusing this ramp. Nope, now the lads are in the TC, and it's absolutely raining hellfire down on these poor archers. They're trying to get out of here. Unfortunately, the microing and the movement system is probably not for the best. We have a full satellite campus over here for Beasty and his villagers in the gold. We have wood over here. This one is going to be very susceptible to a coRe run by with these archers, so we'll have to wait and see if that plays a role. And now coRe is moving in for these houses. Looking at house Beasty, I don't think that's going to be working out all too well. Actually, would love to see him actually pull these back quite soon. He's not going to be able to take this down because of emergency repairs. That thing is busted, so we're not going to be seeing that too much. Actually, might not pop cap him. Actually, coRe's pop capped at the current moment, probably because of the amount of fishing chips and everything like that. BC's actually looking to put a cheeky dock over here and over here, so trying to cut off that free water eco from coRe. coRe now has a critical mass of 31 archers, and it is only going up with all this frontline production. We can see that coRe is focusing mainly on wood, probably trying to get up as many rams as humanly possible. These horsemen, though, are in the wood lines, causing a lot of ruckus for coRe. coRe did find this other one that I mentioned earlier when we were going over the bases, which is the relatively safe one, so he will be able to fall back to this very strong TC. Beasty is smartly starting to attack all of these docks, because if you just kill off the dock, you don't have to kill off all the fishing boats. They just can't go anywhere with it. So that's actually incredibly smart by Beasty. But coRe did find these villagers yet again. They're on the run. again. It's like they robbed a bank or something. They're just constantly on the run. And look at this critical mass of archers. Usually this competition does super, super well into something like this. But the issue is once the English get up to a certain critical mass, they can start to one-shot men-at-arms and horsemen. And that is when all those counters that I went over in that Ultimate Beginner's Guide goes out the window. Once you hit this critical mass of English archers, we've all faced it before. It's brutal. Now we have a bunch of houses going on over here. Beasty knows that these rams can take them out with ease. And we see an absolute squadron of villagers trying to get as many rams down as possible. coR is going all in. He's going to risk it for the biscuit. We'll have to wait and see if he can get it done. So he has to kill off this town center and this mine work palace. That is his win con. If this extends any longer, I think that Beasty will be taking it. Oh my god, here comes the blob. Look at the lads and ladies making their way across. Logs in hand, over shoulder, they don't care at all. They're making the long journey. Beasty sees this and knows this is go time. Here we go. The rams are funneling in one by one. You have to attack both at once. That's the only way to do it with emergency repairs. So whatever Beasty's going to save, it's probably going to be the TC because of the ability to put villagers into the TC, and here they come. And looking like coRe's actually going to snipe a bunch before they go in. And here we go. This is it. The rams are getting in position, and here comes everyone with their torches. The villagers are in. We have some nice micro over here on the bottom hand side with all these spearmen coming into play. The horsemen are trying to get us around, but they are getting nothing but spears over here. The men-at-arms are absolutely clapping these archers that are in the front line, but there are some nice micro here by coR is making these archers prevail a little bit longer. There is so many rams, so many villagers. The emergency repairs will be going down on one of these quite soon. It is the town center as we predicted with the amount of fire. Beasties should pop these out at any moment to try to start repairing, because with this many rams, it's going to be over. It's going to be so close. 900, 700, 200. One more push down to one, and it's that up, and there it is. GG's. coR takes the W. What an exciting game. I hope you guys enjoyed that game as much as I did. If you did enjoy it, please do like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. We are so close to 1,000. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great night.